Hi friends of cocktails, today's cocktail was made by one of the first women to leave their mark behind the bar. It's also a great cold weather cocktail that you can enjoy before or after a heavy meal. Let's make the Hanky Panky. The Hanky Panky was created by Adam Kuhlman, who was the head bartender at one of the most famous cocktail bars in the world, the American Bar at the Savoy Hotel in London. Coley, as she was called, was the head bartender from 1903 to 1925 when the bar closed for renovations and she retired. Harry Craddock took over and wrote the Savoy Cocktail book in 1930. That's where the first recipe for today's cocktail was written. Coley created it for a famous actor at that time, Sir Charles Hawtrey. He was working late and he said that he's tired, so he asked for something with a bit of punch in it. So Ada created a cocktail made with gin, sweet vermouth, and Fernet Branca. And while it's this Italian Amaro that gives the cocktail its herbaceous character, you can really tweak the cocktail with your choice of gin. Today I'm using the Mediterranean Gin Mare. This gin is distilled in a 13th century chapel, located in an ancient fishing village just south of Barcelona. And to see why it's called Mediterranean gin, you just have to look at botanicals that make up its personality. Besides juniper berries, green cardamom, and coriander, they use basil from Italy, thyme from Turkey, rosemary from Greece, and oranges, lemons, and arbequina olives from Spain. These olives are the star ingredient and make every distillation of Gin Mare unique, since the acidity of the arbequina olives changes every year. The wonderful taste is ensured through the delicate maceration process, the independent distillation of botanical ingredients, and the experience of their master craftsmen. The combination of spicy, herbal, and citrusy Mediterranean flavors has been awarded at the World Gin Awards 2 years in a row. While this is typically used in summer drinks, it will certainly pair well with sweet and herbal components of this cocktail too. Let's make the Hanky Panky. This cocktail is still served at the American Bar in 2 versions. We'll make one of them today, the way Ada Coleman created it. But while she was known to make it shaken, we'll go with the modern version and stir it. The other version they make at the former #1 cocktail bar in the world is a barrel-aged blend of 4 different gins, 4 sweet vermouths, and 2 bitters. We'll start with the bitter component, a bar spoon of Fernet Branca. Fun fact I learned while making the episode is that this Italian Amaro is aged in Slovenian oak casks. Pretty cool. Next is 45 ml or 1.5 ounce of Gin Mare. The citrus in this gin is a custom blend of peels of sweet oranges from Sevilla, bitter oranges from Valencia, and lemons from Lleida, which are macerated together for an entire year. And lastly, 45 ml or 1.5 ounce of Antica Formula. Other vermouths would work too, but the vanilla note from the Antica will make sure the vermouth is not overpowered by the herbal and bitter notes from the other 2 ingredients. Seeing as how a lady's hand created this cocktail, I think it's only fitting that a lady's hand stirs it. Thank you. When Coley first served this cocktail to Hawtrey, he sipped it and draining the glass, he said,
"By Jove, this is the real Hanky Panky."
And Hanky Panky it has been called ever since. Hanky Panky isn't just the name of a classic cocktail though, but I'll let you Google that for yourself if you're not familiar with the term. We'll garnish this with an orange peel, just like we would an old-fashioned or a Negroni. It is estimated that Ada Coleman served 100,000 customers and poured 1 million drinks. 5 London newspapers published the story of Coley's retirement from bartending. Ada Coleman was a pioneer behind the bar, trailblazing a path for many incredible female bartenders of the modern age. Here's to all of them. Cheers. Aroma of citrusy and herbal freshness hits your nose as soon as you pick up the glass. Through that comes the minty herbal notes from the Fernet Branca, with citrus and other Mediterranean notes shining through from Gin Mare. They both combine into a mildly spicy combination that is delightfully rounded by the Antica formula. It has a long finish with a warm sensation, going beyond your tasting buds. It really is a wonderfully balanced cocktail, best enjoyed after a cold day. Before I go and finish this in my armchair, I want to thank you for watching. I hope that you and your loved ones are healthy and getting ready for the holidays. For next week, make sure to have some eggs, milk, cream and some spirits on hand. We'll make sure Christmas Eve is jolly. Cheers! Panky was created by Eric Coleman, who was the head bartender at one of the most famous cocktail bar in the world. Let's go! It is also a great cold water cocktail that you can enjoy. This is the end of the video. If you want to see more cocktail recipes and more bloopers, check this out. And think about subscribing. Thanks for watching.